So, part 2 of the notes. This is application examples. I don't know what to call this. With quadratic and parabola stuff. If x squared plus 10x plus k equals 0, gives an imaginary solution find k. X squared plus 10x plus k gives an imaginary solution. Find k. Let's see, an imaginary solution. Imaginary means you're taking the square root of a negative number. So which method involved taking the square root of something? Square root method's one of them, but the square root method only works if b is 0. So the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I'm not going to give it to you.
But can we write it down somewhere?
So like on test day, yeah, that's probably one of the things. As soon as I hand out your test, you will probably write the quadratic formula at the top. All right, well, I don't need the whole quadratic formula. I just need this part to be less than 0. Right? I need b squared minus 4ac to be negative, and then I'll have an imaginary solution. So I don't need the full thing, I just need that part. That part has a name, the discriminant, but you don't have to know what it's called. Let's see, b squared, b10 squared minus 4 times 1 times c. What's c equal to? K, right? C is the last number, so K is in the place of C for this thing. So let's see, 100 minus 4K is less than 0. And we're trying to find K. So negative 4K is less than negative 100. This is a great reminder right here. Because when we divide by a negative, what do we have to do? Flip the sign of the inequality. So K has to be greater than 25. And if K is greater than 25, what this would look like is that would push it off the x-axis so that we don't have any real solutions. It would push it up so high, right? The plus thing at the very end shifts it up. So if we shift it up 25, we get it all the way off the x-axis, and we don't have any real solutions. Number 2. If ax squared plus bx plus c factors to, don't know who that is, they can wait. Ax squared plus bx plus c factors to 3x plus I, 3x minus I. Find b. Ax squared plus bx plus c factors to 3x plus I, 3x minus I. Find b. This problem is actually a lot easier than it might look. Any thoughts on what we do?
Multiply them together.
let's multiply them together and see what we get. So 9x squared. Oh, what happens to the O and the I of FOIL? They cancel each other out because they are conjugates. So maybe you write it out, maybe you don't, but either way, they go away. Minus I squared. Minus I squared. I squared is -1, so that becomes +1. So now we're just comparing ax squared plus bx plus c to 9x plus 1. So what does b equal? 0. A is 9, c is 1, but they ask about b, and b is 0. So it was a weird question, but it wasn't really a difficult question. You multiply it out and then figure out what b is. All right, last one. Given this graph, find a possible ax squared plus bx plus c that makes that graph. So it's a parabola that goes through 1 and 5. This is a bit of a backwards problem. So my solutions are x equals 1 and x equals 5. I gotta work backwards here. So if the solution was x equals 1, what factor would that have come from?
X minus 1.
Yep, and x minus 5. And then if we'll FOIL that, we'll get it back to ax squared plus bx plus c format. So x squared minus 6x plus 5. There, you okay with that? Sure? Okay, I didn't think that was a very happy face you were making. Let's see, FOIL. Outside is minus 5x, inside is minus x. So I did the O and the I together. All right, split that into two parts of notes.